Hello, Nigeria. Welcome to Newsline. I am Becky Madujemu. Great to be back with all the juicy stories. Tonight, we make our way into troubled spots where peace was shattered due to skirmishes between communities of two neighboring states. There is a truce, and we intend to let you know how the federal government made that happen. There are some remarkable people waiting to be seen and heard. A 9-year-old girl may have broken a national record in the infotech world, while a group of young men who have a good excuse not to be relevant to society are going the extra mile to make a change. Then the events we always bring to you, and we're now to celebrate individuals, groups and organizations. The roll call this week is entertaining and fabulous. But the hard news always comes first. Joy Osiago is presenting tonight. Happy Sunday, Joy.
Happy Sunday, Becky, and thanks for joining us. A very good evening to you there. The Department of State Services says it has identified an Islamic State in the West African network operating within some north, central and south parts of Nigeria. This was in a report submitted to President Muhammadu Buhari. The report.
The ISIS militant group may have gained a firm hold beyond the Middle East and North Africa after Nigeria's Boko Haram adopted the name Islamic State West Africa Province, ISWAP. These challenges spurred the Nigerian armed forces to take stern measures through President Muhammadu Buhari's continued support with provision of necessary logistics to degrade the insurgents. Recently, the Department of State Services uncovered an Islamic State in West African network that is using foreign terrorists and recruiting young men and fighting and killing innocent persons to create tensions along the country's ethnic, religious and regional background. The presidency says the discovery was made following the arrest of several suspected attackers in Benue State and significantly in Edo State, specifically in Akokwedo, Ofala, Benin, as well as Okene in Kogi State. There was intelligence and planned attacks during Christmas and New Year, targeting fuel depots, foreign missions, police and military formations, but so much was achieved by the DSS, which has made a significant number of arrests in the last 2 months that helped to terminate those attacks and saved Nigeria from the spate of major attacks witnessed elsewhere syndicated by ISIS worldwide. This is the first time the security officials have confirmed that the Islamic State in West Africa members are operating as a unit in Nigeria and the level of their penetration of the country.
Now, people affected by insurgency in Madagali and Michika local government areas of Adamawa State have called for support from government and non-governmental organizations at all levels to enable them return to their normal lives. The victims made the appeal during an interaction with members of the ECOWAS Parliament in collaboration with the United Nations High Commission and Adamawa State government during an assessment visit. Riyano Bala reports.
Madagali local government area is the worst hit by activities of insurgents in Adamawa State, with loss of lives and property destroyed. With the effort of the Nigerian army to degrade the insurgents and recapture lost territories, residents of the area are yet to fully pick up with their socio-economic lives because of the devastation of the attacks. The visit of some members of the ECOWAS Parliament, the UNHCR and the Adamawa State government has given the people of the area the hope that the renewed attacks by the insurgents as well as lack of provision of necessary amenities of life will be addressed. The people, during an interactive session with the delegation, called for concerted effort to ensure their lives and property are adequately protected.
We don't have enough food because we didn't go to the farms to farm. So we need the government to come in our assistance.
Shocked with the expression of the people, the delegation assured the communities in Madagali that there will be support to ameliorate their condition.
When you are there in Abuja, what you hear in the radio or wherever, at times may not be the first hand. Now we have come and interface with the locals, and we have had definitely sure steps will be taken.
Listening, I'm very shocked and surprised because what happened here. People here, they are not safe.
We'll go back again to the drawing board and see what could be done to support the government in order to provide assistance to you as a protection agency.
In Michika, where economic activities have peaked, the interactive session gave the residents the opportunity to raise concerns on the need for more economic empowerment, support the education of their children, and provision of more healthcare facilities. Members of the ECOWAS Parliament and the UNHCR were also at the internally displaced persons camp in Molkohi and Fufore.
What we take back as a major concern of the IDPs is the security.
We have seen and we have written our reports, and we are going to submit the reports to the Parliament. This is a process.
In Yola, Rayanubala, NTA News.
Now, still in Adamawa, 4 people have been confirmed dead while 4 others injured following an attack on Kikong and Nuwaji villages of Numan local government of Adamawa State by suspected cattle rustlers. The incident, which occurred early Sunday morning, had the 2 villages burnt down with cattle and other livestock taken away by the suspected cattle rustlers. The police public relations officer, Adamawa Command, Othman Abubakar, who confirmed the incident, in a telephone interview said normalcy has since returned to the affected areas as police and other security agents have beefed up security to maintain peace and are also making efforts to bring to book the perpetrators of the ugly act. The Nigerian community in South Africa has urged Nigerians living in South Africa to remain peaceful and good ambassadors of Nigeria. This is against the backdrop of planned protests by South Africans against foreigners in that country. Oyeyemi Ajayi has the details.
It appears the xenophobic attacks in South Africa is not ending anytime soon. Despite the early warning signal agreed upon by the Nigerian government and the South African government, there are still some pockets of attacks against foreigners, especially Nigerians. These foreigners have been accused of criminal activities in parts of the country. Just recently, it was reported that shops and houses owned by Nigerians were burnt in Rustenburg, Northwest Province of South Africa, and some other places by taxi drivers. The drivers claim that Nigerians allegedly sold drugs to a gang that attacked their members. Another Nigerian was said to have abducted and raped a 16-year-old South African girl. It is as a result of this that the South Africans scheduled a mass protest in the country for Monday, 22nd January 2018 against crime, drugs and human trafficking. In a swift reaction, President Nigerian Union in South Africa, Adetola Olubajo, has called on Nigerians living in South Africa not to participate in the planned protest as it could be hijacked by criminal elements in the country. The NUSA president further implored the organizers of the planned protest to be law-abiding and remain vigilant of criminal elements who have ulterior motive to loot, destroy shops and property of foreigners. Oyeyemi Ajayi, NTA News.
Let's now join Emeka Collins Ezinteje, the Secretary General, Nigerian Union, South Africa, to update us on the situation in South Africa. Emeka, what exactly is the situation at this moment regarding the Mogali City Monday shutdown, especially as it affects Nigerians in South Africa?
Good evening, everyone. As a matter of fact, we received a report from our structure, the Nigerian Union structure in Kruger's Door, as regards the purported protest tomorrow. It is alleged that the community, members of the South African community, are protesting against drug abuse and prostitution and human trafficking and all ills of the community. We have advised our people to stay out from all the hot places and go about their duties.
That's okay. So apart from the call by the President of the Nigerian Union, what are the other plans you have in place to ensure protection of lives and property of Nigerians?
Well, as a matter of fact, we have a very cordial relationship with the authorities, the security agencies which we have alerted them on what we've had. More so, the Consul General of Nigeria to South Africa, Mr. Godwin Adamawa, we have notified the consulate. We have also notified our ambassador, Ambassador Musa Ibeto. And so far, we're getting a good response as we're making sure that the lives and the properties of Nigerians are protected.
We also know about allegations against Nigerians by the host community. What has the union done about these allegations?
Well, the Nigerian Union South Africa, being the apex, the umbrella organization of all Nigerians and Nigerian organizations in South Africa, we did launch a war against crime and drugs and prostitution as in 2016. 2016. And since then, we have been engaging with our people and trying to make them engage in meaningful means of livelihood. What we've done so far, like in places where there has been clashes between the host community and our people, we try to engage with the authorities, with the police authorities, and also to inform our missions to make sure that perpetrators of crime are brought to justice, and to make sure that all Nigerians are not labeled with the same term, that everybody is involved in illegality.
I want to thank you very much for your time, Emeka. That was Emeka Collins Ezenteje, the Secretary General, Nigerian Union, South Africa, on the situation in South Africa concerning Nigerians there. Moving on now. Vice President Professor Yemi Oshibajo has urged Nigerians, especially legal practitioners, to be more committed to harnessing the diverse endowment of the nation in order to achieve the Nigeria of our dream. The Vice President gave the charge at the Nigerian Law School class of 1980 reunion dinner held in Abuja. Chukwunonso Nwabueze reports that the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, bagged an award at the event.
Gathered in this hall were the solicitors called to the Nigerian bar on the 19th of July 1980. More than 37 years down the line, they are reunited not as young lawyers but as accomplished legal practitioners who have produced justices, senior advocates of Nigeria, renowned public servants, entrepreneurs and outstanding politicians. Amongst them is the Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, who was honored by his classmates for his positive contributions towards Nigeria's journey to nationhood. An honor the Vice President, Professor Yemi Oshibajo, and other speakers say it was indeed well-deserved.
Whenever people are described as politicians, they usually would want to find an excuse for not being so described. But I think that I'm proud to be a politician when my colleagues are people like Boss Mustafa, because he is exceptional in every way.
He's a gentleman, straightforward, somebody who is very, very hardworking.
Without an iota of doubt, those of us who know him, we know that he's going to do his job very well. I mean, he will perform very well and make your profession very proud.
And with the learning and character they have displayed, they are equipped to ensure the enthronement of the rule of law and that the administration of justice is giving its very best.
In his response, the honoree pledged not to disappoint his peers and Nigerians in general in the discharge of his duties as the Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
I urge us to remain resolute in our determination to take our country to greater heights.
The reunion of today is epochal and historic. We meet to socialize and renew acquaintances. We meet to chart a path of honor and glory for the good of our country.
This is an appreciation to His Excellency President Muhammadu Buhari for considering and appointing persons of good standing.
The reunion is the first since the 518-member class of 80 were called to the Nigerian bar in 1980. In Abuja, Chukunonsonwa Boise, NTN News.
And talking sports now, Lobby Stars Football Club of Makurdi lead Nigeria Professional Football League with 7 points as top seed Rafael Nadal zooms into last 8 of Australian Open. Amanze Marcos reports.
Ifeanyi Uba FC beat Kwara United 2-0 to earn 6 points from 3 matches, while Kwara United have now lost all 3 matches since their promotion to the Nigeria Professional Football League. In a match televised live on NTA, Ifeanyi Uba scored the 2 goals in each half, with Godwin Obaje getting the first goal in the 23rd minute and Ekene Awazi scoring the second in the 64th minute.
This is serious! That is it!
Enugu Rangers got the only away win in week 3 of the NPFL as Wiki Tourists of Bauchi, Katsina United and Abia Warriors are among the home winners. Meanwhile, the Africa Hockey Cup for Club Championship started Saturday at the Theodosia Oko Hockey Stadium in Accra, Ghana, with Nigeria's Niger Flickers beating home side Trustees Hockey Club of Ghana 4-3 in a tense game.
That's it! That's it!
Correspondent Tamara Ebiwe reports from Accra that the other 3 Nigerian club sides at the tournament lost their opening matches as Eastern Company Club of Egypt defeated IG Police Machine 3-1, with Police Club of Ghana equally beating Kada Queens 4-1. Yobe Desert Queens lost woefully 0-5 to Telecom Orange of Kenya. World number 1 Rafael Nadal of Spain is through to the quarterfinals of the 2018 Australian Open after defeating 24th seed Argentina's Diego Schwartzman in 4 sets, 6-3, 6-7, 6-3, 6-3 at the Rod Laver Arena. Schwartzman proved the most difficult opponent thus far for the 16-time Grand Slam champion, who powered through the final 2 sets to win in 3 hours 51 minutes. Next for Nadal is Marin Cilic of Croatia in Tuesday's last 8 at Melbourne Park. With Sports Update, Amanze Marcus, NTA News.
And now a quick look at the weather forecast for Monday.
You're welcome. Horizontal visibility has generally improved across the country, where we still expect the northern axis, including the central part of the country, to be sunny, dry and hazy throughout the forecast period. The coastal cities are likely to experience mist and foggy conditions in the early hours of the morning, although there are prospects of increased cloudiness over the coast and some parts of the inland areas of the south. And this could lead to some isolated cases of rains in the afternoon over some parts of Lagos, Enugu, Eket, Yenegua, Port Harcourt, and Calabar axis. I leave you with the temperature details. Thanks for staying tuned.
We now take our first break. Newsline will be back shortly.
Petition is in. Who knows? 6 in Lagos, 8 in Abuja, and opening another in about next week. Who's the guy?
No, man. Moses was at Chelsea. Then he went to Liverpool. But before that, he was at
Crystal Palace 2007. Joined Chelsea 2012. 42 career goals.
This coffee is nice. I wonder where it's from.
This blend is actually from Brazil. However, coffee originated in Ethiopia in the 13th century.
Wow. Connect from any network with Glow MiFi. Share and enjoy 4G data speeds on any 2G or 3G device. Get a Glow 4G MiFi 16 gigabytes of data for only 16,000 naira.
Flavor.
Real name is Chinedu Okoli, born 1983.
Chinedu.
The largest data network. Glow, grandmasters of data.
Wow, Chief Mike, how are you? Fine. I'm going to Sun office for the certification of my wheat flour.
Oh no, things have changed. Sun has simplified all its activities. You could have even stayed back in Kano and processed all your papers online. Whoa.
With the efforts of Sun, the products of SMEs can now compete globally. Sun has put in place necessary machineries in support of the growth of SMEs. At highly subsidized charges, SMEs can now get their certification, laboratory testing of their products, as well as purchase of standards. Meanwhile, Sun is carrying out massive seizure of substandard goods in the market and have gotten legal backing to prosecute offenders, all to protect consumers and SMEs. Sun, improving life through standards.
Bros, I find correct words.
Huh? See the shop for that side.
Look all that. Where be correct words? Now the shop be down, now the next one.
Peter, see as people they pack, they go to the shop, go buy clothes.
It don't reach like 5 days now. I don't suspect this Tunde way this is where in Waka Kurukere Waka. See, I go blow whistle. I go blow whistle to Kuku spoil. Your whistle. Come on, go investigate the matter before you blow whistle. Whistle blood. Come on, come.
Thank you for coming.
Show first. Come. Not only you the circular for this market. Why we say only your shop everywhere they come? I just want blow whistle. I go blow something.
This is not be whistle blowing matter. Now MTN goodie bag.
What it be MTN goodie bag?
With MTN goodie bag, if you carry your market enter another level, whether not for Facebook or for WhatsApp or for Twitter, for as low as 25 naira.
25 naira.
Yes.
Or buy 5 when you like for 50 naira. Dial *131# to start.
So with MTN goodie bag, your business go pure.
We want to buy Indomie noodles. 4 packs, please.
Yo.
This is not my Indomie. Please, sir, if it's not Indomie, don't call it Indomie. Sir, the taste is the difference. The difference is in the taste. That's why my brothers, my mommy, my daddy, and I all enjoy our delicious, so very delicious Indomie noodles.
Season's greatest from Indomie. Indomie. Tasty nutrition, good for you.
Success. I always wanted to make something of myself. Even when I was a child. With So Clean, my mother made sure that my clothes were clean and bright. With a 30% concentrated formula, washing is faster, brighter, and cleaner. Like millions of families, mine also trust So Clean. With my clothes and with my career. Because when all eyes are on you, you have to look the part. So Clean. It's your time to shine.
So Clean. Now with a new look and stain magnet technology for even better stain removal.
Achievers always believe in 100%. Breakfast isn't complete without Chivita 100% fruit juice. Made from real natural fruits with no added sugar. So to be at your best, start every day the Chivita 100% way. With 100% quality, 100% commitment, 100% goodness, 100% achievements. Start your day the Chivita 100% way.
Thanks for staying on the line. We begin Newsline like this. In recent weeks, the media was awash with reports of communal conflicts in Benue and Nasarawa states. Of course, the federal government is up and doing to find a lasting solution to all of the country's security challenges. In the case of the violence that erupted in the Benue area and in those communities sharing border with Nasarawa state, normalcy has returned following government's rapid response to the crisis. Hamza Musa Merkafi took a tour of the affected areas and reports that the violence has not diminished the quest for a united and indivisible Nigeria.
On departure from the Lafia city center, traveling always comes with new experiences, or at least some reflections. The long-standing history cannot be lost of what today makes the 3 states of Nasarawa, Benue, and Plateau was a single province before the creation of Benue Plateau State in 1967. In 1976, it was split into Benue and Plateau states, as Nasarawa achieved its state status in 1996. In spite of the geographical differences, they still share close affinities in tribes, beliefs, cultures, and traditions. This becomes more evident driving on Away Road to the Nasarawa-Benue border areas and with stopover to relish local cuisines as the people go about their legitimate business activities unhindered. Similarly, With more distance covered into the supposedly troubled areas, truckload of cattle, ostensibly for the markets, leaves one whether it is the absence of peace. Ahead into Jangaru border community and among its people, the conversation is friendly and on the way forward.
In fact, there is peace now, and that is why you see us here.
The prominent traditional ruler of our local government area, Abubakar Umar, advises government to provide permanent security outposts in the flashpoint border communities.
Call for peace in the area and our people to be calm. With the situation now, we don't think anything will happen again. Thank God for leaving us up to this time.
To consolidate peace and togetherness, the federal government is working very hard as Nasarawa state government assures the people of commitment to partner Benue state to ensure peace.
I would like to use this opportunity also to accept wholeheartedly the apology tendered to me by my brother and colleague, the governor of Benue state, over the utterances he has made with regard to the issue of camping people in Tunga, which is within my state.
We want peace. Whatever it is, our differences, we should dialogue. We should look at one another as brothers. We are all human beings created by one God.
We are making our own effort to contribute, to tell our people that we in Nasarawa state, we don't have problem with the TB communities. We are all friends. We move together. We do everything together.
The sister state of Plateau sent a delegation to the two states saying it is on the same page towards achieving harmonious coexistence. The Tib and Fulani say are close allies, and as with the marriage vow, what God has put together, let no one put asunder.
I will echo Hamza, let no man put asunder, and may peace continue to reign between the Tiv and Fulani. Still keeping with Benue, Femi Okewo tells us that a delegation from the Nigerian Bar Association, led by its president, Abubakar Mahmood, went on a fact-finding mission to Benue State. What they did during the visit and what they intend to do with their findings are what Femi will tell us right now.
Although a professional body for Nigerian lawyers, the Nigerian Bar Association has always been considered a credible voice and pressure group that can speak to both government and the people. In view of the seriousness of the recent killings in Benue State and generally the conflict between the herdsmen and farmers, and then the implication for the nation's security, the Nigerian Bar Association, beyond condemning the act, wants a lasting solution and a stop to such occurrence. To get this done, it must know the raw facts on the ground. This is why NBA President Abubakar Mahmood, Senior Advocate of Nigeria, led a high-powered team of the association on a condolence and fact-finding mission to Benue State. This came in form of a town hall meeting, visit to Government House, and the IDP camps, all in order to feel the true pulse of the people. For these victims of the crisis, this is a completely new environment for them, far away from that environment in which they all grew up and which they would prefer to return to if only they are guaranteed the safety of their lives and property.
We are not sure when we are going to return. It is when the government has made this arrangement that allow us to go back.
And in spite of whatever effort government puts in place, nowhere can be like home, particularly for this young couple who have just had a baby 24 hours before the team visited and needed contributions from well-meaning persons. The town hall meeting was meant to bring all parties together to voice their feelings and, more importantly, chart a way forward. But the Meeti Allah did not feel safe enough to attend. All other groups, however, including 3 conflict resolution experts MBA traveled with, made useful contributions.
So shouldn't we collectively as a people reflect on a strategy
that allows for planning and a transition time.
At the government house, Governor Tom called for sincerity of purpose in their approach to the problem.
There are stiff penalties for those who kill cattle, and then there are penalties for those who trespass into people's farm.
So now, after the visit by MBA, what next?
Well, we're not just going to come out with facts of what we have seen, but also with our policy proposals in terms of what needs to be done. All our proposals go to all stakeholders, they go to our members, and they also go to governments at all levels, and indeed even the international community with specific recommendations for actions on all of this, on the part of all of these agencies and stakeholders.
All hands are on deck to ensure peace is restored. The process is already yielding enormous results. Now let's go down memory lane. Those who know and read Iwe Iroyin will remember with nostalgia the first ever newspaper in Nigeria. The newspaper was published by the Reverend Henry Townsend in 1859. Ayinla Balogun in Abeokuta had the privilege of not only catching a glimpse of this rare tabloid, but also of reading through the pages. It reports that Iwe Iroyin is indeed an embodiment of Nigeria and West African history.
Here are two copies of Iwe Iroyin, the relic and the revive. What are those challenges facing the resuscitation of Iwe Iroyin? Founded by one of the early missionaries, Henry Townsend, in 1859, to disseminate information to Yoruba adherents of the Anglican Communion. It also provided information on religious and political activities in Egbaland and the colony. It was patronized by the very few literate persons at the time. In 1866, the newspaper appeared in two versions, Yoruba and English. It, however, experienced a decline in 1867 after the exit of some Europeans from Egbaland. Nonetheless, the newspaper impacted greatly on the beginning of journalism in Nigeria.
It's not just local news. They were in touch with what is happening in the outer world. In England, in Sierra Leone, in Lagos. His brother, David Hindra, was in Ibadan. So whenever they could gather together, they always put it to news.
This is Iwe Iroyin House, Okelewo, Abeokuta, Secretariat of the Nigeria Union of Journalists, NUJ, named after the first tabloid in an attempt to preserve the origin and work of its founding fathers.
So many people came, thereafter, Kitoye Ajasa, and you think of Azikiwe and a host of other, journalists in this country. He started it all. If you are looking at what Iwe Iroyin means to journalism in this country, he started it or he flagged it off.
Although the paper was revived by the current leadership of the NUJ, it went into doldrums again.
In 2007 March, we relaunched the newspaper. When recession coming to get adverts is a big problem.
It was an evolution, a kind of development from propagation of evangelism, Christendom, to political consciousness, to political reporting, to economic reporting.
The first challenge is the name, an English name. And the second one is some people have forgotten, have lost memory of that paper. And then the businessmen, when we ask them to come and they say, no, who is reading the paper? The governor of Ogun State, so because I'm also has said it, that he will make sure the legacy, all legacies in this state are not abandoned. I want to appeal to him to also add this to that legacy.
Now you know the first newspaper in Nigeria. Thanks for bringing that, Ayinla. Moving on, at only 9 years of age, you would agree with me that her intelligence quotient is high. Emanuela Ozefo, who resides in Igara community in Akoko-Edo area of Edo State, can rightly be said to have joined the League of Web Designers. Yes, she has designed a website. Too young for the intricacies? No. Age is never a barrier. For the details, here is Jude Oweke in Benin.
Attributing what she termed milestone achievements in life to hard work, discipline, and self-determination,
The young website designer who is trained in advanced PowerPoints, advanced Excel, CorelDRAW, and Adobe PageMaker, Emanuela Oziofu said she drew inspiration from world record breakers such as Dimitris Hatziz, a 15-year-old Greek teenager who built a 3D printed live functional robot.
I also like using my laptop to start creating websites, and not only websites, do other designs on my laptop and write something. Not like some other kids which will sit down and start watching cartoons, but I really want to tell those kids to stop that and start facing their books and start reading.
Emanuela Oziofu says when given an opportunity, she would contribute positively to the state government's ICT sector.
I would like to make my state proud and my country proud too. So I will also write about my state, how the good works that the state has done in Nigeria, and make a website for the state which also tells the good works the state has done.
Nancy Osamujame, who is a website designing instructor, speaks further.
The first time I actually met Emanuela, I never thought she could learn as fast as she did. During the process of learning, she went online, she did a lot of researches, and when she came back, and I was wow with what she did. And that compelled me to teach her the more.
The diverse academic knowledge of the grade 5 pupil of 14 school in Benue came to bear during a visit to her school, where NTN camera lens captured her teaching some of her classmates.
She's very helpful, so nice. Anytime I'm having a problem, she helps me.
Manuela likes a quiet environment, and she also likes being attentive in class.
She's very intelligent, very smart. She does not play rough like others.
Attesting to her class performance, the school headmistress Obuagu Uju and a teacher Priscilla Ibobo said Emanuela is a smart girl.
Academically, she is above an above average child. Emanuela is a child that every parent will want their children to imitate.
She's a gifted child, and she's developing the gifts that God has deposited in her.
Young Emanuela Oziofu, who was born 9 years ago, enrolled at a Computer Institute of Technology in Benin, where she obtained a certificate in basic training with specialization in Microsoft Word, Excel, and PowerPoint. Her designed website, www.superhealthyfoods.com, would be launched later this year.
He's a genius, if I ever saw one. With the right mentoring, she'll be an asset to the nation. Now, rather than be of nuisance value to the society, these young men living with disability chose to be assets. They believe in earning a living, and knowing well that they would not be considered by any employer of labor, they had to think outside the box. They chose to voluntarily keep the environment clean and live on the goodwill of passers-by. Khadija Akombi came up close and personal with 3 of them. Take a look.
Most of the pedestrian bridges in Lagos witness heavy human traffic. This is why they get dirty and untidy on a regular basis.
This is the pedestrian bridge at Barracks bus stop, Ojolegba area of Lagos. Beggars on this bridge have taken it upon themselves to clean this bridge every day as they engage in their act of begging.
28-year-old Adamu is a polio victim. 27-year-old Suleiman Adamu, a father of 2 children, lost the use of his left hand to a fire disaster when he was 2 years old, while 39-year-old Lukman Adewuyi, who is married with 3 children, is also a polio victim. The 3 beggars who stay at strategic locations on the pedestrian bridge at Barracks bus stop, Ojolegba area of Lagos, say they engage in begging as a last resort.
I hate them. I do better. I hate them. I want to make a living, but I do small thing now. If you go help me, see better person will go pay me. Give me a small work, I will join. So if you want help me, now you go no ask.
But as you are doing this thing, do people help you?
Yeah, I try and go because people they help us because they give us 20 naira, 10 naira, some 100 naira. So that money now we take and maintain ourselves.
I'm only sweeping the bridge. I'm not being paid, but I get stipend from passers-by on compassionate ground.
They help me for work. There's no day I will ever pass here that even
in my own ability, I do give them something because they are really trying.
That's their tactics. That's how they do their own in order to get what they want from people by sweeping, making people feel happy.
Better to beg than to involve in crime. And now look at the way he's sweeping it. I think it's very good. And if the government can make use of them one way or the other and engage them in all this or whatever they want to do on their own free will, I think it's okay.
This what they are doing, well, it's helpful, but how long will it continue? What do you think? How long will it continue? But the truth is that if government can pick them up and see what they can do for them.
Indirectly, it's begging, but directly, it's not begging. In as much as it's making effort to clean the bridge and people are paying for it, so be it.
At least it's not just begging, it's making the bridge neat.
For these beggars, any gainful employment will be a welcome development if given the opportunity.
That was impressive. You know, sometimes one is tempted to say that people with physical limitations tend to work harder than the perceived able-bodied folks. We can all be proactive for the common good of all. Yes, we can. In the next chapter, we have a potpourri of events. Someone got married, someone celebrated royalty, some people became millionaires, and so on and so forth. Stay on the line for these while we take a break.
Fair advantage that puts you in front of everyone else. Be the first to create the latest online trends. Be the first to make the news. 4,000 Naira equals 24 gigabytes. Upload over 10,000 pictures. Sell to more people faster than anyone else. 500 Naira equals 2 gigabytes. 10 days of unlimited chatting. Be the first to know. Live on the fast lane and always stay connected to a world on the move. 5,000 Naira equals 30 gigabytes for 100 hours of video calling. Join the data revolution. Get the unfair advantage powered by Glow Data Unmatched and enjoy fast internet like never before. Dial *777#.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
During an emergency, people tend to run away from the scene of danger. My job requires that I do the exact opposite, to save people. There was once a sweet girl who was in a car accident. It was sad to see pain on a face which should always be smiling. The ordeal had taken a toll on me, but I had no time for pain. A couple of weeks later, I was about to head home when I had an unexpected visitor. It was her birthday, and she had insisted to her mother that she would bring a piece of cake for the man who helped save her life. The world needs people who save lives.
There's such a thing as irresistible taste.
And you'll discover it in every pack of Chi Exotic. When you feel the need to just relax, get lost in the taste.
The taste of celebration.
So, indulge and get lost in the taste of the Chi Exotic range of delicious fruit blends.
Oh, I love the taste.
Chi Exotic Nectar. I love the taste.
Sensitivity is a short pain which occurs when teeth are exposed to hot, cold, or acidic things. Cold water from the fridge would trigger off sensitivity. A lot of people would accept anyway and just grin and bear the pain. What I would say to the patient is switch to Sensodyne, make it your daily toothpaste. Over a period of time would reduce tooth sensitivity. And a lot of them come back to thank me, to say that, wow, it's just something so simple. It adds the sparkle back into their life.
Cold and flu can spread through the contact of hands. And in such situations, I can't risk falling ill. So I recommend Dettol, as it protects from up to 100 illness-causing germs. That's why I want to be Dettol sure. Dettol, be 100% sure.
Welcome back. When Emeka Umofia and Chisom Okafor were introduced to each other by a friend they share in common, they didn't know it was the beginning of a lifetime relationship. One thing led to another, and the love that blossomed has landed the two in a marriage situation. The traditional marriage ceremony was done in the bride's family home in Okwa Etiti, Anambra State, while the church ceremony took place in Lagos. The groom is a son of the Chief Executive Officer, a Risco Group of Companies, Chief Eric Umofia. For the exciting moments of the marriage ceremonies, here is Lynn Lenike.
In the typical Igbo tradition, Chief Eric Mofia and his relatives from Amechi went with their son Emeka to Oka Etiti to perform the traditional marriage rites. As is customary, Chisom, with a glass of palm wine in hand given to her by her father, went in search of her groom in the crowd in order to formally present him to her father and the indigents of Oka Etiti. After the traditional ceremony, the stage was set for the white wedding. The bride, Chisom, looking radiant in her wedding dress, walked down the aisle, escorted by her father, to be joined in holy wedlock to Emeka. And then, the visibly excited bride and groom took their marital vows before God and man.
I give you this ring as a token of my love. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Mr. and Mrs. Emeka.
Thereafter, activities shifted to the beautifully decorated reception venue. Check out the couple's entry. They performed their first official assignment as husband and wife. This was conducted by the mother of the day, Mrs. Aisha Buhari, who was represented.
And give me an S, Jesus.
She's the one I want to spend the rest of my life with. So.
He has the best heart I know, and he's the kindest person I know.
Then, dance. And then, prayers and words of wisdom.
They need a lot of patience for one another.
Let families of both bride and groom pray for them.
The wife should be submissive.
The only thing that sustains marriage is fear of God.
When they love God, love between them will never cease.
The only thing that will solve problem in families, I'm sorry, for both of them.
The occasion paraded dignitaries from within and outside the country, captains of industry, and business associates of both families. The couple met through a mutual friend, and the casual friendship that developed metamorphosed into a love affair that has brought two families together as one.
This is romance.
That was a beautiful wedding ceremony. Congrats to the couple, the Umofias, and of course, their in-laws. Ofala is a celebration of royalty in the eastern part of Nigeria for the people of Agunose Maku and Igwe Sipran Nevobasi Imelonyi. The first, it was an Ofala and the celebration of the 14th year of his reign on the throne. Susan Eze reports that it was also a celebration of unity in diversity as men from diverse tribes and traditions in Nigeria and Africa converged on Umaku for the event.
That grand entry by Ogilishibo, Igwe Nevobasi, with his family and cabinet chiefs, kicked off the event proper after an early morning mass. The Ofala ground reverberated with the ambience of royalty and celebration as the king did the royal parade round the arena, greeting his guests before ascending the throne to begin the business of the day, conferment of chieftaincy titles on some distinguished Nigerians. Among the award recipients were President Muhammadu Buhari, Governor Ifeanyi Ugwuanyi, Senator Ike Ekweremadu, Inspector General of Police, and Special Advisor to President on Media and Publicity, Mr. Femi Adesina.
Friend of all, any or one of
In Igwe's address presented by the Palace Secretary, Chief Oliver Chukwuobase, the essence of honoring men from different ethnicities in the country is to help in fostering unity in the country.
The government is doing very well, so I'm only praying for them as a traditional ruler. I pray for them to continue doing what they're doing.
Some of the recipients expressed appreciation for the honor.
It came outside my own ethnic stock. So it shows me that Nigeria will remain one. No matter what, this country will remain one.
It's a great honor for him to appreciate the hard work and the goodwill of all Nigerians.
The Ofala was a parade of cultural displays as traditional rulers from far and near graced the event in solidarity to their colleague, while cultural troops added their own colors to the event. The transition from the Ofala ground to Igwe's palace was more like a carnival that will remain evergreen in the minds of those who witnessed it all.
Those to the people of Agunese for a grand festival. Following the recent draws, winners have redeemed their prizes in cash and kind, and the ongoing Get Alerts and Millions Reloaded promo of Fidelity Bank PLC. Ken Igweluge reports that there were 30 winners spread across the 6 geopolitical zones of Nigeria. 16 million in all, and impressive consolation prizes were disbursed to the winners. This took place in Lagos during the week.
At this presentation, 3 of the winners went home with a cash prize of 1 million naira each, while consolation prize winners got either a refrigerator, a television, or a power generating set. Managing director of the bank was represented by the bank's regional head, Ikeja, Ken Okpara, who said, by this promo, Fidelity Bank seeks to advance financial inclusion and promote the culture of savings amongst Nigerians.
We are building on the issue of advisory services to our customers. So what is also unique is that as they save, we are also advising them on how to save wisely, where to deploy their investment and get better return.
While assuring customers of the genuineness of the promo, the divisional head, retail banking, and the promo manager urged prospective and existing customers to participate in the ongoing promo in order to stand a chance of winning millions of naira and fantastic consolation prizes.
If you're already an existing customer, you need to have at least top up the account with at least 10,000 naira. If you're not a customer, open the account, a savings account with any amount of money, and then build it up to 20,000 naira, and you stand a chance of being one of the lucky winners.
It's not up the month that I opened the account that I won 1 million naira.
It's very, very fortunate to me that I knew nobody in Fidelity, but I was called, and today is real. So everybody, it can be you tomorrow.
Fidelity Bank PSU says it will continue to initiate products that will improve the living standards of its customers across the country.
We've grown our clientele base substantially, and our customers are quite happy. As most of them won, when they win, they will go and announce it to their friends and relations. And what you see in a particular family, almost everybody, maintain account in Fidelity Bank savings account.
And we say congrats to the new millionaires. Friesland Campino Wamco, the company that produces pig milk through which it encourages everyone to reach for the peak of their careers, has refurbished a park gymnasium at the National Stadium in Lagos for the use of sportsmen and women who are physically challenged. Now furnished with state-of-the-art and world-class facilities, the beneficiaries will from now on train with ease. To unveil the new improved gym was the Minister of Sports, and Adeola Omokive was there to report it.
They are #1 in para-powerlifting in the world. Nigeria's Paralympians have never ceased to amaze the nation despite the near lack of attention given to them. They're trained with obsolete equipment, yet won medals.
Now we have the best equipment that every other body is using internationally. So we will do better than what we have been doing.
Little wonder, Friesland Campino Wamco decided to support the Paralympians and inspire greatness among Nigerians by refurbishing the Power Gym in the National Stadium, Lagos, which was installed in 1972 and was in a state of dilapidation.
As our purpose in this country
we believe that this was an opportunity where the purpose that these Paralympians had, that were unstoppable and truly ready to reach for their peak, was in line with our purpose. And we said then, in a modest way, let's find a way to support them. And this is how we ended up supporting them.
We just could not pass on the opportunity to really celebrate these people, to be honest, and actually talk to Nigerians.
Minister of Sports Solomon Dalung extended President Muhammadu Buhari's appreciation to Firstland Campino WAPCO for partnering with government to develop sports as part of their corporate social responsibilities.
There are so many experts that are involved in preparing an outlet to make a podium success. Our partners today are quite critical to this. Not only providing us with the training equipment, but they are also key in determining the nutrition, the well-being of our athletes so that they can be within regulations.
High point was the unveiling of the new power gym by the sports minister, who was taking round the facilities. The Paralympians presented a gift to the company through the sports minister. Firstland Campino WAPCO is a leading dairy producer committed to helping athletes reach their peak.
Great gesture there, thanks to the company. Now, I doubt that there is any Nigerian who has not heard the phrase, body no be wood. What this simply means is that no matter how strong and hardworking a person is, at some point in time, their body needs rest. Now, house chores are associated with women, and believe me, house chores are hard work, very tiring. What got Elizabeth Ewuga thinking is that most Nigerian men would never lift a finger to help their wives out with the house chores, regardless of any situation. Are house chores so much that the exclusive preserve of women that most men feel less than men if they take part? Elizabeth Ewuga is asking the question. She asked a cross-section of people in Lagos.
Traditionally in this country, it is generally believed that a woman's education ends in the kitchen. Her educational background and career notwithstanding, she's expected to be a good cook and must take up that responsibility in a home. What more? Of course, as a wife, she's responsible for the house chores, including the management of her children and husband. This is irrespective of her professional and social standing.
Dressing the bed, mopping everything, cooking, washing is a hard work of woman.
Not my duty, it's our duty.
Because of how tedious home chores are, some women engage the services of domestic help. So we ask, does a husband have a role to play in doing home chores?
When a man, sees that opportunity to do that, he has to take that opportunity. To kind of motivate and encourage the woman on the job at home.
It's not necessary because our husband, they are the head of the home and they will go to the work and provide for what we eat.
Knowing how difficult it is for most men to participate in household chores, we couldn't help but wonder aloud whether a man's prestige as head of the home diminishes if they help out with chores.
I think it even makes them closer. Because when you're doing it, you're discussing, honey, remember what happened in that office, that man, forget about him, and so on and so forth.
I have an understanding family member, so why not? I can do it, really.
It is very good for man to assist his wife in household stuff. Some, once they see you doing it willingly, they just take it as your responsibility. Please, dear, honey, help me to warm the rice and beans, so even when they are not doing anything.
This respondent, who may rightly be described as the rare few, say doing household chores is no big deal for them.
My mom will tell me, come, you are a boy, so come and sit down here. Let me show you how to cook and all those things, So when your wife say, okay, today I'm not cooking in the kitchen, just enter the kitchen and cook your food.
From me, I do more than that. I go ahead, back my child, play with my wife while cooking. So I didn't say anything on it.
Well, if you ask me, I would say doing home chores speaks volume of how loving and caring you are as a husband and shows that you wish to see your wife live longer in good health.
You go back to the Bible, they have become one. So the idea of helping each other is there.
The woman will not get older or get old
quick more than any day. You should be able to take care of the house, assist the wife, assist the children.
If what a man can do, a woman can also do. What a woman can do, a man should be able to do even better. Becky, what do you think?
I would say the modern man is less chauvinistic than what obtained in the past. Helping the helpmeet does not in any way reduce a man's dignity. I'm just saying. Up ahead, a woman takes an obnoxious step and does something terrible to herself. The question everyone is asking is why? Stay on the line, we'll take another break.
Experience, they say, is the best teacher.
They hold us from the sea. Thank God that we came back home. They should not go there because it's not good. It's a very bad place. So they just my advice.
Even now, sir, they are shooting the boat they are going to use to go Italy. May they stop it. Our country is good. Our country is a blessed country. Now I know our country is a blessed country. I know before I for not travel from Nigeria to Libya. I know how much I spent.
Let these personal experiences serve as a lesson to all who would repeat their mistakes. A word is enough for the wise.
This is a public service announcement brought to you by NTA.
The House of Representatives Committee on Works invites the general public to a one-day public hearing on a bill for an act to amend the Engineers Registration Act, Cap E11, Laws of the Federation of Nigeria, 2004, and for other related matters, 2017. Date, Monday, 22nd January 2018. Venue, Conference Room 231, New Building, House of Representatives. Time, 9:30 a.m. The underlisted stakeholders are invited to attend. The Honorable Ministers, Federal Ministries of Housing, Works and Power, Water Resources, Finance, Transport, Science and Technology, the Attorney General of the Federation and Minister of Justice, His Excellency Engineer Dave Mweze Umayi, His Excellency Engineer Otumba Buenga Daniel, Senator Engineer Clifford Odia, Senator Engineer Barnabas A. Gemadi, amongst others. Honorable Toby Okechukwu, Chairman, Committee on Works, Announcer.
Shop, 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 shop. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce. Shop, shop, shop. Let's go, yeah. Hollandia Chocomo, oh yeah. Ready to drink, Hollandia Chocomo. Shop, shop, nutritious drink every day. Drink it up, I want it. Shop, shop, drink it up. We want it. Shop, shop, drink it up. Everybody want it. Shop, shop, let's go, let's drink it up. Hollandia Chocomo, oh yeah. Shop, shop, nutritious drink, yeah.
Sore throats, it's often caused by bacteria and viruses. Feels like they're having a party. You need Strepsils. It soothes the pain, plus it fights the germs with 2 germ-killing actives. Double power in 1 lozenge. Bye-bye sore throat. Take Strepsils.
Meet Patty for celebrating the high points of life with friends. Ah, selfie. Just a friend that keeps you nourished when you are by yourself. Packed with healthy nutrition, nourishing vitamins, power of protein, strength of calcium, revitalizing energy. Hollandia yogurt is bursting with goodness inside and out. Hollandia yogurt, it's all good.
Thank you so much for inspiring greatness in me, Alaji.
Alaji?
I am just rehearsing, dear.
Rehearsing for what?
A life-changing and inspiring meeting.
With who?
Alhaji Aliko Dangote.
With the FG&I app and just 500 Naira, you stand a chance to meet one-on-one with Alhaji Aliko Dangote, Africa's richest man, and win cash prizes. As the Be Inspired meetings give Nigerians a chance to meet one-on-one with icons. To qualify for the draw, Download FGNI app from Apple Store or Google Play Store. Go to the Be Inspired section and follow the instructions. Cost of travel and accommodation of all winners within Nigeria will be borne by the organizers. Terms and conditions apply.
Proudly supported by the Federal Ministry of Information and
The time has come for Nigeria to take her rightful place in world sports with the first national grassroots sports festival to discover and prepare sport talent and develop future world champions for Nigeria. The festival date is 3rd to 10th March 2018. Venue is the National Stadium, Abuja, packages A and B. This is the opportunity for you to promote your brand through the festival. For broadcast sponsorship, which include live broadcasts, highlight shows, and TV fans show, contact the Chairman, Chief Coordinator, Angelo Peter I. Elosia, or Nick Onyishi. Organizers, Grassroots International Sports Academy and LOP Worldwide Television. Endorsed by the Federal Ministry of Youth and Sports Development. Broadcast partner, NTA.
On the news tonight.
Glad to have you back. It's on billboards and advertised on radio and television. Yes, energy drinks in different brands. We are told that they can do this and that, give you energy in an instant, keep you alert, and so on. True or false? Well, some people believe in the efficacy of energy drinks, while some others are suspicious of its contents. What do you believe? Let's hear what Oyeyemi Ajayi has to tell us after doing some groundwork on energy drinks and the effects of consumption.
You may have seen energy drinks as your usual daily beverage, but do you know that they contain stimulant drugs, such as caffeine, believed to enhance mental and physical stimulation? Some are carbonated, while a few have herbal extracts, taurine and amino acids, all targeted at achieving the same purpose.
It's actually supposed to boost energy. It's supposed to assist people, especially people doing strenuous work, athletes, sports people, so that they can help them boost energy.
From my interaction with a cross-section of Nigerians, this drink has been said to be a major companion and also used to boost their sexual drive.
Like me, I don't take it when it is not necessary. Maybe if I'm weak.
Mostly like drivers, all these taxi drivers, it's more advisable for them.
Maybe when one has lost energy, for people who are sick and they are recuperating, they need it, to at least gain some strength.
This Christmas season, most people buy it because some people are tired. Some people are weak because of what is going on in the country. So they patronize it well. No, I sell it very well.
For some time now, these set of drinks have been identified by healthcare practitioners as dangerous to the health. For instance, it has been discovered that consumption of more than 2 cans in a day may be harmful to the health. Likewise, it is dangerous to pregnant women, lactating mothers, children below the age of 16, people with heart disease, high blood pressure, diabetes, and athletes during exercise. The Food and Drug Administration in California is investigating at least 13 deaths linked to energy drink. Medical experts warn that caffeine-loaded drinks make the blood sticky, a precursor to cardiovascular problems such as stroke, heart problems, and sudden death. Countries like Norway, Uruguay and Denmark have banned consumption of energy drinks, especially the importation of taurine, which is the major ingredient for energy drinks.
Consumption of these drugs, of these energy drinks, will do no good to anybody. If you're ill, you should be treated. If you overworked yourself, you should take a rest. The solution is not energy drink, to either improve your performance sexually or physically.
Most deaths associated to these drinks indeed are still not proven in the law court. However, one could put in a word of caution to consumers based on the warning signals from medical practitioners.
You heard the medics. Caution is the word. Now, in Lagos, residents are apprehensive. Why? Everywhere you turn, you see refuse, heaps of refuse. It's as if the entire city has been taken over by this. What is going on? What are the implications of the situation? Kadijata Kombi reports.
Heaps of refuse now characterize the nooks and crannies of many parts of Lagos metropolis. The refuse are present at strategic locations including road medians, business and residential areas, and markets, among others.
The heaps of refuse on major streets of Lagos is a big cause for concern for residents who are appealing to the authorities to address the situation to forestall dire consequences.
It's really not bad though. Everywhere is smelly. Look at this our barracks now. We are no fly everywhere. It should help us to tell the governor now do something about it. Lagos is not like this before now.
Honestly, the environment is very dirty, especially for little children around. It's so dirty. At times when the refuse is full like this, everywhere we keep on smelling as if there is dead body.
If we can go to Lagos Island, around Tinubu area, you will see our refuse are mounted here all over the roads.
It's not too good. Not something to write home about. For instance, what we're seeing here at Ojuelegba. The government and the local authorities to do something about it. A clean society is what we need, and we can live healthy.
So anything the government can do about it, they don't do because it's getting too much.
A medical practitioner speaks on the health implication of refuse which are left uncleared for a long time.
And this constitutes a serious health hazard because it serves as a serious deficit for flies, rodents, and of course, infection transmission. If this is not curtailed, in recent time, we're going to have an outbreak of cholera, diarrhea diseases, and lots more. So I believe that the government should take this as an emergency and act accordingly.
On what is being done to address the situation, Special Advisor to the Lagos State Governor on Cleaner Lagos Initiative, Adebola Shabi, explains.
I'm using this to say to Lagosians that in the next few days, all these things will be a thing of the past. We are working 24 hours. As I'm speaking with you now, Agege is clean. As I'm speaking with you, go on Egbeda Road, the Visionscape trucks are there. As I'm speaking with you now, go everywhere in Lagos, we have many trucks. And that was the reason why we went to inspect our landfills too.
He also explained that when the Cleaner Lagos initiative becomes fully operational, the heaps of refuse on the streets of Lagos will be a thing of the past.
You see, Lagosians, you have to help us out. The way you can help us, keep your waste in front of your house where we come and pick your waste. You don't need to take your waste to the median or under the bridges, because you're still going to pay for this waste collection in your houses.
Lagosians are very alarmed by this development. We'll just wait and see how this week is going to play out. She had 3 children, and that is why everyone who has heard about it, especially in the neighborhood where she lived in Tejusho, Lagos, are wondering why she would do something so drastic. What did she do? Doing Dia will tell us. We however advise viewer discretion as some of the visuals are graphic.
Although the reason for the action of the 28-year-old mother of 3 is still a mystery to many who knew her, Fumi Omori
also known as Yamida, came to her tailoring shop on the said ill-fated day to begin the business of the week, but shocked her customers and colleagues with a suicide mission well accomplished.
From what I heard from people, like maybe she's frustrated. Like I heard she has 4 children, she sleeps in the shop, things like that. And she's a tailor.
The incidents threw the area into a state of confusion as there were many questions begging for answers.
I don't know why she may commit instead of suicide, but this one of the day, man cannot pack in children, come to market and hang yourself. You don't kill yourself in your house, come to market and kill yourself. I think it's an attack.
Probably she's not able to pay the money she collected, and they've been coming to make a whole lot of mess around her. So the only thing she feels, okay, let me just end it. Probably if they don't see her, they wouldn't come for the money.
The response to the incident by the personnel of the Nigerian Police Area C Command Surulere was timely.
Investigation is on to unravel the cause of the death. And as soon as we come up with any vital information, we'll get back to you.
A sociologist puts the rampant cases of suicide in the society in perspective.
People that belong to association, in terms of social club, social association, you interact with people and you see your friends around you always. The tendency of suicide will be very low compared to a low ranger.
They continue hearing voices, they become depressed. The next thing is, oh, go and kill yourself or go and kill somebody. And that's why you see some other prominent people jumping from the bridge into the river to commit suicide, some hanging themselves, is because there's no follow-up for medications.
While investigation by the police is ongoing on the matter, the body of the deceased has been deposited at the mainland hospital for autopsy.
Suicide is not the solution. Agreed, depression is real, but we have experts who can help you out of it. As a people, we need to pay more attention to our psyche. Something strange but spiritual happened in a community in Lagos, and now some people go there to worship. What's this all about? Stay on the line.
Gratitude to God for a meritorious and selfless life. The federal government of Nigeria announces the passing on to glory of Dr. Alex Ifeanyichukwu Ekweme, GCON, former Vice President, Federal Republic of Nigeria, 1979 to 1983. The sad event occurred on 19th November 2017 in a London hospital. He was aged 85. In recognition of his immense contributions to the socio-economic and political development of our dear country, Nigeria, the late Dr. Ekweme will be accorded a state burial befitting of his status. Details of funeral program are as follows. Sunday, 28th January 2018, 6 p.m. service of songs and evening of tributes. Venue, International Conference Center, Abuja. Monday, 29th January 2018, 12 noon, parade of honor. Venue, Presidential Wing, Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport, Abuja. Tuesday, 30th January 2018, 4 p.m. Service of songs. Venue, Cathedral Church of the Good Shepherd, Independence Layout, Enugu. Wednesday, 31st January 2018, 10 p.m. Southeast Zone Commendation Ceremony. Venue, Okpara Square, Enugu. Thursday, 1st February 2018, 12 p.m. Anambra State Commendation Ceremony. Venue, Ekweme Square, Awka. 4 p.m. Depart for Oko by motorcade. 5 p.m. Service of songs. Friday, 2nd February 2018, 8 a.m. Lying in State. Venue, Ekweme Compound, Oko. 11 a.m. Funeral service. Venue, St. John the Divine Church, Oko. Interment, Ekweme Compound, Oko. Reception at Alex Ekweme Compound, Oko. Sunday, 11th February 2018, 9 a.m. Outing service. Venue, St. John the Divine Church, Oko. Signed, Secretary to the Government of the Federation.
Welcome back. Some say it is strange and some say it is a sign of the end time. The bottom line is that it is spiritual. An inscription in Arabic appeared on a portion of the tarred road along Freeman Street in Ebutemeta in Lagos. Someone saw it, drew attention to it, and what happened next is what Khadijat Akombi will report.
The Arabic inscription, La ilaha illallahu, meaning there is no deity worthy of worship except God, was first discovered on this portion of Freeman Street, Ebutemeta area of Lagos by Olatubosun Afolabi.
So we've been sweeping it and been seeing it. It was very tiny, but I'm very surprised. To my surprise, this thing was getting bigger. So I have to call the attention of people that have been seeing something here, and it was small before, but now it's very big. That they should come and tell us the meaning.
Person that told her that, it's la ilaha illallah. So immediately people started coming. The more they came, the more they were touching it, the more that thing was expanding. It was expanding. It was expanding to the point that the crowd was, too much. That people were like, this is a sign from God.
Newsline gathered that on the day the news of the Arabic inscription was made public, the crowd that besieged the community was uncontrollable and there was a stampede. Since the discovery of the inscription, people from all walks of life have been trooping to the site in their numbers to offer supplications to God, believing their prayers will be answered. The intervention of the police and youths in the community has helped to maintain order, as those seeking to pray on the inscription were made to queue up and say their prayer in an orderly manner.
I say your belief will make you whole, but when I touch it, I have a feeling in my body, and I believe it's only the work of God.
I believe when this kind of signs occur, it's saying that the world is coming to an end.
However, there was a mild drama when this lady, a non-Muslim, touched the inscription. For some respondents, the inscription has strengthened their faith in Islam, as they are now determined to be better Muslims. The Islamic scholar speaks on the implication of the inscription.
In Quran 41 verse 53, Allah says, we show to them our signs in the horizon and also in themselves, we human beings. But as a Muslim, how do you relate with such? One, there shouldn't be any special attention given to that place, saying that if I go there and I make a supplication, definitely the supplication will be accepted. No, in Islam. All you need to do is that, okay, for the fact that this La ilaha illallah appeared here, that is to tell you that the one you have been doing, the faith you have in your God, and your relationship with your God, try to strengthen it.
For residents of Freeman community, Ebutemeta area of Lagos, the development, which has made their community famous, will linger in their minds for a long time.
What can I say? We live in a world of mysteries. And on a sad note, billions of naira worth of property went up in flames this evening when fire gutted the popular fish market in Kano. Sani Bashir reports that 37 out of 50 containers were destroyed.
Over the years, market fires have continued to become a source of concern to government and people of Kano State due to its repeated occurrences and the loss occasioned by the incidences. Another fire incident has also occurred by 8 o'clock Saturday evening at the popular MKP market along Zaria Road behind former Bank of the North in the metropolis. The chairman of the market, Abdullahi Bello, disclosed that more than 70% of the market was gutted by the inferno.
About 37 containers that's damaged, and each container contains 1,200 cartons in each, and every container contains about 25 to 23 million.
Time that we receive a fire call is 2 minutes after 8 o'clock, and we arrive at the scene 6 minutes after 8 o'clock.
Similarly, the State Commissioner of Commerce, Ahmad Rabiu, who was at the scene, assured that Kano State government will assist the victims.
We have already suffered so many fire outbreaks in so many of our markets, and on account of that, government has got a plan to rearrange the market.
It would be recalled that recently the state government disbursed checks to victims of market fire disasters in the state. In Kano, Sani Basiru, NTA News. Sani Basiru, NTA News.
It's on Newsline tonight. We thoroughly enjoyed your company and promise to do you right again come Sunday next week. Stay on the line. And this is how we do it every Sunday. 2 fabulous shows back to back. After Newsline, you're going to be with Ali Baba, who is already standing by, or should I say sitting by?
I'm here. I'm ready. I'm waiting.
What do you have for us? I always want a teaser.
Well, this place is not going to be on fire, but we're going to have a wonderful time.
Yeah, I believe you. And for now, good night and God bless Nigeria.